Today are exactly 2 weeks since I started my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I've learned so far. Hi, I'm Anya and welcome to my channel. Point number one, camera confidence. If you are thinking about starting a channel yourself and you are terrified by the idea of just talking to a phone or a camera and watching yourself on screen, it's actually not that bad. Before I shot my first video, I was finding 1 million excuses why not to do it. The light wasn't right, my hair wasn't looking good enough, I didn't have a wireless microphone, I wasn't in the mood, it was not the right phase of the moon. It was a lot. And it took me quite a while to actually do it. I must admit that I was pushed by my partner to sit on my ass, put the phone on a tripod, and just talk. Oh, no, sorry, press record. That's important because quite a few times I was talking for a good few minutes and I didn't realize that the record button didn't work. I forgot to press it. So that's important. When you record a video, make sure you press the record button. Double check. I think that a lot of people are scared of trolls, being slagged off, nasty comments, and all that. I was one of them. I would swear, even a month ago, that I would never go out there with my face, talk to the camera, and risk that somebody from Michigan or Newcastle or Warsaw will say something nasty in a comment. Thankfully, I watched the podcast of Mel Robbins where she interviewed a guy named Wallo267, who is an ex-prisoner, and he talked a lot about the trolls and about his journey of becoming a YouTuber. He said one sentence that just stuck with me. All the haters are just free marketing, because YouTube doesn't really care, apparently, what the comments are. It cares about engagement. One comment counts as one comment. If it's nasty or good, it doesn't care. It's one more engagement than you had before. He said, say thank you for free marketing and just get on with it. And that wasn't a revelation, but sometimes when you hear stuff, you go like, yeah, really. Why should I care about somebody at the other end of the planet if they like me or not? There will be always people who like you and always people who won't like you. I decided to just park that fear somewhere far, far away and not think about it at all. I thought, just record the video, post it, and you'll see what will happen. Anyway, everybody who has a lot of experience with YouTube will tell you, don't worry, because nobody will watch your first video, which isn't entirely true, but you can just record with that thought. I'm recording for myself and maybe for my husband, my partner, who I'm going to show it to. But apart from that, it's not like I have 500,000 viewers or the video will go viral tomorrow. It could, but very unlikely. So forget about that. That would be my advice. Then a small technicality. When I recorded my first 2 videos, I wasn't actually looking at the camera. I was looking like this at myself on the screen because I wanted to see how I'm performing. Am I smiling? Am I looking friendly? Am I doing weird head movements or stuff like that? Back to the camera. And it's only thanks to my friend Sveta who pointed that out to me and said, Anya, you're looking slightly off camera. Funny enough, I didn't realize it myself. And it was, she's right. It takes a bit of time to focus on that little green dot on your phone. I'm recording this on my iPhone 12, nothing fancy, and not at yourself because you tend to just do this, but you have to go back and look at the dot. But that's easily fixable if you think about it from the very beginning. Maybe if you hear my advice, you will pay more attention than I did. Overall, I can say that the first video was actually the easiest to record, surprisingly. I didn't overthink. Of course, I had to edit quite a bit out because I was looking at my notes and I was doing M's and ohms and drinking water and all that. But it wasn't really too bad for a first attempt. As I said in my video about editing, I thought I was moving my head an awful lot. I was too close to the camera and all that stuff. The following videos were actually much harder to record because I was too conscious of everything. I was a bit tense, didn't move, wasn't myself. That actually wasn't good because if you become too conscious about it, you're not yourself anymore. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel yourself and you're terrified by the thought of looking at yourself and talking to the camera and all that, my advice is just do it and see how you feel. I'm not saying that everybody will enjoy it, but there is a 50-50 chance you might. And if you do and you realize that it's actually fun, then it becomes a completely different journey. Let's go to point number 2. The whole drama of, do I need a niche? Do I need to know what I'm going to talk about? I think that's another question that a lot of people ask themselves and think about. When the idea of starting a YouTube channel started to sprout in my head, of course, I was wondering, okay, I can start a YouTube channel, but what the hell am I going to talk about? I'm interested in many things, in health and nutrition and the carnivore diet, traveling. I read a lot of books. I'm an expat. I'm Polish and live in Spain. I'm going to move to Greece. There is a myriad of topics I could talk about, but they're not related. And honestly, that was stopping me for a good while from doing anything because I couldn't decide what I want to talk about. A lot of my friends were pushing me to start a channel about health and nutrition. But I knew that this is one of the subjects I am not going to talk about on YouTube, no matter what. I can talk to them in private, but not out there for many reasons. I listened to a lot of creators, small ones and big ones, and their advice regarding finding your niche. That is very confusing because it ranges from you need to find a niche because otherwise it's not going to work, you'll kill your channel and all that. The other side of the spectrum, those who tell you, don't worry about your niche, just start, just go out there, put your face in front of the camera and record something. You will find your niche as you go. You'll see what you like to talk about and what people are interested in. That's all very encouraging and makes you think, okay, I can do it, even if I don't know really what I want to talk about. But at the same time, I realized very quickly that is actually not such a great advice. But that's a subject for a separate video that I'm going to record soon. I can tell you one thing right now. If you decide to record something and your first video is about fishing, your second is about cooking an Irish stew, a third about hiking, and maybe a fourth about your cat or dog, it's not going to work. If I was you, I would think about a subject I could record at least 3 videos about, 3 to 5. Start with that and see how it goes. The third point are the tips and tricks that I learned regarding the settings on YouTube Studio. There is one important setting that everybody talks about, but maybe you haven't heard about it yet. When you are uploading your video, you need to click that the content is not for kids. That's a very important setting. So, number 1. Then, what I learned quite recently, as I was looking at the analytics and wondering why one thumbnail had a click-through rate of more than 40% and the other one not even 1%. That was and still is very mysterious because to me they look very similar with the same background. What I learned, thanks to AI, is that once you upload a video and you have a title and a description and a thumbnail, you can change it as many times as you want afterwards. If your video is not performing well, and here we come actually to a little digression and the advice of some creators who are telling you not to look at your stats and your analytics for the first week or first couple of days, which I personally don't agree with, because if you are serious about making the YouTube thing work, then it is really helpful to analyze what's going on, optimize at an early stage, and improve. That's why I decided to tweak my titles. I used AI again for that, different tools, which I'm going to talk about in another video. Funny enough, some of them got immediately a few more views. That's something worth thinking about. The only thing you can't change once you get the views and the comments is the video. But I think that's quite obvious. So much for now. These are the learnings of the last 2 weeks and 4 videos. I'm sure I will learn much more in the weeks and months to come, as I have a long-term plan. I keep posting the videos on a regular basis because, first of all, that's good for the algorithm, and then it's also good for me to practice. And I'll see what I'll talk about in my next video. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you're at the similar stage as I am and you found my content useful, subscribe, like, and comment. That would help me a lot to grow my channel and create more useful videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.